Welcome to the show today. This is the Bot Signal. This is a show all about messenger bots. My name is RJ Redden, and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to talk about bots today because we always talk about bots. Pretty much a singular topic. But today we're going to talk about how to create a remarkable experience through your chatbot. Not just how do I piece something together and get it out there because I'm supposed to have a bot because everybody's supposed to have a bot now. That ain't this show. Not let's copy something somebody else has so that I can just get something out there. No, that's not this show. This is how to create something amazing. How to create something that your people will keep on opening up months down the road, years down the road. That's what we're covering today. Kim Boltzma says, I'm awesome sauce. See, that's a recommendation right there. Everybody, if you can get that, that'll make your day. Hey, Kim, so good to see you. Very good. So let's delve. So how to create a remarkable experience. Now, first of all, let's talk about why. I do like to talk about why this is important because I think that gives us a little couch of context to sit on. And why is it important? Because this is, the method that I'm about to share with you is not technical at all. This is more of a concept thing, more of a mindset thing, but it is a lot of work. So why go through all that work? Let me tell you. It is so that you can stand out from somebody who is just selling something. So that you can stand out from someone that just copied what somebody else has had and put their name on it, and there we go, ready to roll. So that you can be heard above the crowd. And isn't that what this is all about anyway? Really, when you boil down what I do for a living, I work with messenger bots because they're the best way to make your message stand out above the crowd. But it's really about that message, right? It's about getting it out there to listening ears. If you create an experience for them that's awesome, if they would give you 5 stars on Yelp for your bot, we need a Yelp for bots. Please report that to the headquarters and administration. we absolutely need a Yelp for bots. Okay, moving on. If we had a Yelp for bots, would yours get 5 stars? So standing out above the crowd, that's huge. Also, it creates relationships. You build a relationship. You're not even necessarily there. The message are being sent automatically, but you're still developing a relationship with that person. That person is looking at your images, laughing at your jokes, hopefully, and loving your stuff and opening it up every time. Creating those relationships are the foundation stone of jumping off and creating other relationships, business relationships, collaboration relationships, referral relationships. It's all about relationships. So let's help you build a bot that's going to create those. Kim Boltzma says, oh man, that's tough. I know, right? Tall orders on this show only. Gail is here. Hello. Yelp for bots. And Aaron is here. Welcome, Aaron. Good to see you. Excellent. The gang is all here. Okay. So let me tell you. Everything that you can do to make your bot remarkable and make it stand out can be summed up in one word, and that word is anticipation. Yes, Rocky Horror fans, I just went Tim Curry on you. Let me explain. If you are able to anticipate people's questions and problems that they might have going through your bot, then you have created a remarkable experience. If you are able to, while you're creating this thing, stop and think, is that question clear? Here's a problem I have with writing copy. Gail knows this. Well, maybe everybody knows this. Clear over clever. You know what? I want to be clever. I want to make you laugh. I want to make you go, "Oh, I got that. I see what you did there." That's all fine. But when you're just meeting with somebody, when you're just developing a relationship, clear over clever every time. So here are the questions that I ask myself when I'm building. Is this clear? Is it clear the direction that I'm heading? Have I taken a left turn at Albuquerque and not told anyone? Bugs Bunny reference. Are the places where people have kind of stopping decision points, we'll say. If you've seen a flow chart, you know that the diamond is like the decision point. Yes goes down this branch, no goes down this branch. Bots are the same way. At every decision point, have I given them clear places to go? Clear paths, and have I filled out every single path? So those are a couple of questions that I ask myself continually during the building process. Aaron says, I tried the clever, it didn't work. Hallelujah, sister. Join the club. I got a spot for you. That I know. I tried the clever too. It was so beautiful, wasn't it? Just so well conceived. But then badness. Anyway, so anticipate questions, anticipate problems. As you're building, think about every problem that somebody could have walking through your bot. Think about additional questions possibly that people might have that you didn't, that you hadn't thought of previously. Here's an example. So I am building the bot for the live video hub, and which we're going to be talking about tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central, be live in 5. It's going to be a great time. Anyway, we were building the bot. We've got 2 audiences in this bot, broadcasters and audience members. I'm building the bot and I'm thinking to myself, there is a third category, and that is both. People who are broadcasters that want to watch the other people on the hub. So that, kind of avoided right away, right? Anticipate problems, anticipate questions, anticipate needs. It's a huge thing. Now, this is kind of a habit. This is kind of it takes a while to get into that mode of thinking. But once you're in it, it is really worth it, because people, I have never received, I'm lying. One time I received a complaint about what was in my bot. I think this person was like the internet equivalent of a prank caller. We all get those. But every other response I've ever gotten out of my bots, those that I write for myself and those that I write for other people, are that they're a great experience. You want to provide that. Okay, so I do that. I ask those questions, the anticipation questions, during the build, the initial build of the bot. When I'm putting those building blocks together, every time I reach a decision point, every 3 to 4 bubbles, I back up and I go, is this clear? Is it, have I anticipated where they want to go enough? Then I lock it up. Boop, boop. I've finished the sequence. I lock it up. I walk away for a couple of hours. I don't really physically walk away because I'm pretty much at this desk a lot. But mentally, boop, boop, I take a walk. And I go think about something else for a while. Then I come back and I take one more pass. I take one more anticipate questions and problems. I take one more pass through the whole thing. Getting that little bit of distance, my friends, it's like, a long, long time ago when I was, my mom was teaching me how to oil paint. I've never made another oil painting, but I remember this. She said, I was in the middle of it. I'm painting along. I'm having fun. And she says, okay, put your brush down and walk away. And I said, Mom, no, I'm having a fun time. And she's like, no, you have to walk away. And she loved tea. So she hands me a glass of tea. You have to drink a glass of tea and turn the other direction for a while, or else you won't have the perspective. So that is true in oil painting and in so many other ways. It's true in bot building as well. Take a couple hours, get some perspective, make one more pass through the entire thing, anticipating questions and problems. Jenny's here. Hello. Welcome to the Bot Signal, Jenny. I'm so glad that you've joined us today. Kim says, and then you ping RJ to make sure you did it right. For money, of course. Your check's coming in the mail. Love that. Thank you so much. Okay. So during and one pass after those anticipatory questions. Okay. And here it is. Here's why you would do that. If people's impression of you and your business as they close the bot for the day, if their first impression of you is that you know what you're talking about and you just took care of them, or maybe they learned something, this is the bond you want to create with potential, with your connections, with your potential clients, with potential referrals and collaborators and all those relationships you're trying to build in your bot. If they walk away feeling like, you know what, that person knows what they're talking about and they took care of me, that's the ticket right there. Give you another example. We did GDPR. No, you're not about to get an email in your inbox. We did GDPR a couple weeks ago, and I sent a message out to everybody in my chatbot, and I said, hey, here's the information that I use. Here's why I use it. And is that okay with you? And then I gave them a yes, no point. People could say, no, I don't consent that you use my first name in the bot. Most people said it was fine. And then for everybody, I said, whether you said yes or whether you said no, I said, hey, if you ever want to see the privacy policy of the bot, just type privacy policy. And then I went on with the sequence that day. And then I hit send. And just the fact that there's something in there, if you want to look, that this base has in fact been covered, that you have thought of everything. Make them walk away with the thought that you have covered everything. That's what makes people feel taken care of, and that's what keeps them coming back. So relationships all build from that point, my friends. Lindsay Batcher is here. Fantastic. Hello, my darling. Aaron says, so good. Shift your perspective so you can anticipate the questions. Here, that's the thing, right? It's a total mindset shift, because most of the time when people are building things, especially with technology that they're not familiar with, especially when they just, maybe they're not as experienced as everybody else with technology in general, folks want to build something and go and hope and just kind of hope that, everything is great. They have that mindset. I'm building this to be perfect. If you switch it and you say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to build this thing and it's going to have 100 holes in it. And then I'm going to go plug those holes, every single one. You're going to end up with a stronger product. You're going to end up with a stronger product. If you build knowing there's going to be leaks in this boat and knowing that you're going to go back and fix that, it's a much stronger boat than if you try to build the perfect boat, first boat you've ever built. Listen, darlings, I can't do that. I don't know if you can do that. Maybe you can. Great. But when I'm first building something, I don't know all the answers. But if you keep making passes through this bot, anticipate problems, anticipate questions, make sure you're clear, make sure folks understand, you're going to build a massively exciting bot, man. You are. It's going to be great. And you don't have to worry about making it perfect the first time. Now, here's a question that comes up a little bit. RJ, you've said that taking this mindset is really hard. And also we're kind of fighting against a thing called the curse of knowledge. This is something that I teach about in my class that I teach up at the university. Stacy, hello, my favorite lurker. I'm so glad you're here. This is the curse of knowledge. It's something I teach in my class every year, because when you have the curse of knowledge, when you have built a structure, you know exactly where that hallway is going. So you don't have to explain that there's going to be a hallway coming up. I mean, when you know something inside and out, it's really hard to get a fresh perspective and look at it like your favorite client coming in and touring that building. So if you find this particularly hard, welcome. You're in the human race now, and we all find it pretty hard. What you can also do on top of your own due diligence of looking through there for problems and questions, test it. throw it to 3 or 4 trusted friends. Listen, I have my bot tribe. I have my people that I will say, does this even make sense? I will throw a sequence to 3 or 4 people and say, hey, please look at this with newcomer eyes and tell me what you see. Tell me if you see problems that I haven't anticipated. That is always really helpful as well. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get some bot buddies, throw it out there, say, hey, could you page through this and give me a review, because that is also super helpful. So Gail says, all my hallways have cobwebs. Oh, how fantastic. Well, you know what? Some of us have more important things to do than clean cobwebs, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so so test. Grab some friends, get them to page through it. You know what? Here's the thing too. Bot building, it takes longer than you think. You'll be working on a sequence. I know this. I'll be working on a sequence for a while, and then I'll finish it, and then I'll run through it, and it'll be like 5 minutes long. It's like that Thanksgiving meal that you kind of prepare for 3 weeks, and then you spend the entire day cooking, and then 20 minutes later it's over. It's like that. So you are not giving, when you're giving this out for review, this is a 5-minute deal that you need people to do. It's not hard to do at all. So don't feel bad about doing that. Extend that invitation. Gail says, I need to clear those suckers out and keep writing the map of my client journey. I've been listening to your podcast, by the way. Very good, Gail Gilliland. The legacy recorder, everyone, is in the house. So very good. You're making some progress, Gail. It's awesome to see. So after I get it tested, there's usually some feedback that people give me. I respond to the feedback, make the changes, and then make one more pass through the bot, anticipating questions and problems. It's so valuable. Listen, if you can get yourself into this way of thinking, if you can be like the deliberate antagonist, if you can walk into your bot and go, I don't understand what that means. What does that mean? What does that mean? And if if that question hangs you up, that's an area in which you could provide just a little bit. You don't have to write a book in a bot, and I encourage you not to, because people are used to reading short messages in Messenger. But you can just, with a few words sometimes, clarify something right down to the diamond point. And that is an excellent skill. It's a skill that's developed over time. Nobody's born with that one. Nobody. So build this skill over time. And that is, and really that's kind of my final note on this, is that I also use, I've gone through this thing during the build, one time pass through 2 hours later. And then I have put it out to test, and then I've gone through it again with people's feedback. So that's like 4 passes, depending on how many passes you make during the build. That's 4 passes at least. I'm still going through these. I'm still going through them later. Because I use that, part of what I use for that 20 minutes a day is let's see if things are clear. Let's see if I have a decision point and I need to make another choice. I've got 2 choices available right now. Maybe I need 3. Going through this with a little bit of perspective and doing it on a regular basis will flip your mindset into that antagonist when you walk into your bot. It'll flip your mind into, let's find every single hole that's here, because I know they're here, and let's plug every single one of those. If you go after it with that mindset, you're gonna build a beautiful thing. And it does take practice. it does take, it's counterintuitive is what I want to say. You want to, it's your baby, it's your creation. It's like a painting. I made this beautiful thing. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely. But with technology, we need to think of it differently. It is creative, it is artistic, but we need to think of it as, that it is fallible, that there is stuff in there that you can find that when you do that, when you take care of it for people, then they're going to feel taken care of. They're going to feel like you know what you're doing, and they're going to come back and back. Your unsubscribes will be lower. So that's what we all want, of course. So building these habits around technology is very important. I used to do some productivity coaching, as some of you might know, and we talked about building habits a lot. I'll tell you this, and this has just never been more true than at this moment. ManyChat is great. Technology is great. I can geek out all day with you and then probably just grab a Diet Dr. Pepper and geek out all night. I'll talk about technology forever. It's a great power tool. But unless you have the habit around that technology, the technology is worthless. It's a brick. It's nothing. Build habits around this technology. Build habits around taking a walk through your bot, anticipating where are people going to have questions, where are they going to have problems. Here's an advanced technique. Ready? I always put myself in the shoes of somebody that is a client of mine. I always do that. Some people use avatars. I find it easier to use actual people because then I don't feel like I'm making stuff up. I just feel weird about the avatars. So if you're using one, fantastic. If you're not, pick your favorite client and go with it. Okay, I put myself in the shoes of my client and then do this anticipation run. Now take maybe the same client and make their knowledge about technology about in half. Their knowledge of how to work things, because I get this all the time too. I get people's reactions that I absolutely had not anticipated because I'm so deep in technology. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think of it. So bonus ninja move, if you can do this, go through it as somebody that has very little technology knowledge. And that will show you if you're depending on them having a certain amount of knowledge to work the bot. And sometimes that's good. And sometimes that's not so good, depending on what what your audience is and what your goal is. So that's what I know about this one, you guys. I would love to get your questions if you have them, because this anticipation thing can make the difference. I always talk about the Disneyland experience. I always talk about when, you buy your tickets and those people are emailing you about here's how to, here's how to pack for the trip. Here's how to, they are communicating with you on what you can do to make it an excellent journey. And then by the time you get there, it's Disneyland, baby. They're taking care of you every second. And that's exactly the kind of feeling you want. If you can create that, then you don't need to worry about people unsubscribing. People will unsubscribe if they're uninterested. That's fine. But people won't unsubscribe because something's unclear or you've led them down a path that didn't end in a way that was clear to somebody. Or that they don't know how to work the bot. They don't know what results they're going to get if they press that button. You don't want people unsubscribing because they don't understand. You want them unsubscribing because they understand and they're not interested. That's totally fine. Then you can focus your energy somewhere else and they can focus their energy on somebody else. That's a blessing. That's fantastic. You don't want them unsubscribing because it's unclear. So do these things. Do the anticipation walk. Do it at least 4 times for me. Do it during your 20 minutes a day, managing your bot experience, and test with your friends. And you will definitely have a better bot. You guys, I Thanks for stopping by today. You all are so cool, and I love having you. And that's kind of about all I know for the day. Tomorrow I'll be building a bot for the live video hub with Stephen Healy. I'm actually going to build part of it today, and then we are going to go ahead and make it show it off tomorrow and hopefully get a few people in. So if you're not in the live video hub already, let me just take a moment, all right, and talk to you about it. Because it's cool. And I wish Stephen Healy was here. Stephen, if you are here, comment. Do it, because I don't know. I'll probably get this right, but you never know. If you have any details to add, do. But Live Video Hub is really just a place where a couple of folks that I am involved with, David Burrows and Stephen Healy, they were talking about this new cross-posting thing that you could do in Facebook. Cross-posting, if you don't know, it's that, I go live on my page, but I've also given several I'm also, in agreements with several other pages that if I think that whatever I'm talking about today is valuable to their audience, I can go ahead and go live at the same time on their page. So that's simple cross-posting, right? One-to-one agreement between a couple of pages that, this is good for your audience. I'm going to cross-post it to you. Okay, fantastic. That's simple enough. But Stephen Healy took it a bit further and created a page where a bunch of broadcasters can stream to. It's a one-to-many relationship. Many broadcasters. I think we've got 124 or something like that. Some number like that. 124 broadcasters on the hub. Broadcasting, you can broadcast 2 shows simultaneously that are completely different at the same time as well. A lot of people broadcasting on this thing. And we want to make it blab without the purple. Teresa says cross-posting would be fantastic. You know what? It is fantastic. It's a great thing because now it's not, before, and this is when people were generating all kinds of numbers, right? And I like numbers too. Those make me feel good. I'm not inhuman here. But it was kind of everybody out for themselves a little bit. And ever since getting into cross-posting on the Live Video Hub, there's a whole community of people out there who are creating great broadcasts, and we're helping each other get the numbers. It's not about everybody out for themselves anymore. It's about being sensitive. Okay, I could post to Annie Ruggles' page. I could post to Cup of Content. I could post to Aaron Strayer's show page. Whose audience is most likely to benefit from the information that I've got here right now? You know what I mean? So cross-posting is a super cool thing because it really causes you to think about the community of people that you're around, and it really helps us all strengthen each other rather than everybody for themselves, which has been the internet world up to now. Anyway, I digress. You're used to that on this show, I know. Teresa says, it'd be great to be able to collab with other educators and parents in one place. Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Teresa, are you on the Live Video Hub? Tell me you are. Because if not, we'll fix it. We'll get Stephen on this really quick. Anyway, so one of the things that we want to do is, of course, make it a place where people's shows are very discoverable. In the Be Livers group right now, if you're a Be Life person, you can go on and you can get in the group, and there's a post every day where you can post your show. I have found other people's shows. It's pretty cool. Oh, you are not, darling. I'm mentally paging Stephen Healy right now. But if you were to just go to the Live Video Hub right now and just message it and say, I want in, then Stephen will take care of you. Anyway, I completely forgot where I was going there. It was really important and just scintillating. But sometimes I get a little bit off track when I answer comments. Anyway, we want to make it Blab without the purple. If you remember Blab, it was a great community and it was a great place, and people promoted each other and followed each other, and there was just a great community vibe going on. We want to make the Live Video Hub, it's a Facebook page, but we also want to make it an experience where broadcasters can be discoverable. So that's what I'm writing the bot about. I'm writing the bot so that broadcasters can connect to audience members, and audience members can find great broadcasting that's happening out there on BeLive. Live Video Hub, correcto, my darling. Stacey Spenceley, if you're going live on BeLive, please then get on the Live Video Hub. I want all my friends in. I've been telling people about it. I've been slightly pushy, but sometimes that's needed because this, I think it's going to be important. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed the show today. You know, I've certainly enjoyed making it. You guys are the greatest crowd ever. If there's a topic you want to see, if there's anything like that, please let me know. You can let me know in the comments, or alternatively, if you type live in the comments right now or at any other time, if you're watching the replay, type live in the comments and you'll get a reminder of my show. You know what? I don't think I set those to go out today. Okay. Most of the time, you will get a reminder 15 minutes before I go live of what the show's about and what's going on. And yeah, thank you for being there today. Thank you for listening. And if you want to talk to me about the show, tell me what you need, and we'll make it happen. Lindsay says, the hub is only for BeLive users though, correct? Other shows aren't being added to that outside the BeLive family. Hey, you're right, Lindsay. But there's absolutely nothing stopping you from getting together with a few individuals and creating a hub of your own. You know what I mean? There's nothing stopping you. And in fact, I know people that are doing that. Yeah, it's kind of a requirement. The reasoning why, if you're interested, is that BeLive is throwing their marketing, and they've adopted the project. I'm still building the bot. Steven's still running the thing, but they have also kind of thrown in together with us and are spending marketing money on it. So of course they want to be very BeLive centric. But if you want to start a hub, it's as easy as starting a Facebook page. It's as easy as doing that. So I do encourage you to be part of a hub if you're not a BeLiver. And if you're interested in being a BeLiver, it's pretty easy. Pretty easy stuff. So very good. You read my mind, RJ. I'm totally going to work on putting a hub together. Oh, absolutely. And you know, no reason why not. Because that really, it's that rising tide lifts all boats type of thing. And I think that would be really great for you. So very good, everybody. Thank you for watching me today. Come catch the show tomorrow. That's going to be 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Me and Steven, we're going to talk about the Live Video Hub bot. And on Thursday, I'll be back. Same bot time, same bot channel. Oh, you knew I was going there, didn't you? And I'm going to be talking about, I forget, but it's scintillating, everybody. Oh, I'm going to be talking about the consequences of badly written bots. So come join me then. We'll be talking about some things that I know you'll never do. But we'll be talking about what can happen when the bot is not done very well, or you're, bots that break the rules a little bit. So come join me then. And thanks for coming today. And I will see you in a bot.